Hello guys, welcome back. So we're gonna continue on with the early talks with some of the characters. Next one is Aster. Like I said, this is early talks. I'm not gonna go into it too much. I'm just gonna go each card in my beginning thoughts of it. I have not gone into. This is my first time seeing the whole set. And just my thoughts on the early cards or whatever was what's going on. I haven't play tested anything like that. I already have some ideas of what's going on, but until the cards kind of come out, I don't really want to mess around too much with it. But yeah, so it's just gonna be my early thoughts on it. But first, like we do, we open something up. Uh, my birthday was recently, and it was kind of crazy where my brother actually bought me some of these a booster pack, which is kind of weird. But it was cool, like having my brother buy. I'm actually the oldest one out of my brothers, so my younger brother actually bought me a booster pack, and how much I like Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's cool. All right, let's see what we get. So I know there's really good cards in this set, so hopefully I get one of those. So I'm looking for just secret rares. I think I'm only missing like two secret rares off of this, so that's what I'm hoping for. Oh, we have nope. Oh, actually, I think I actually wanted this. I think it's the only. Never mind. I think I was actually missing the super. Oh no, wait. No, I'm missing the reptilian super rare card. I think. The spell card. Darn it. So I didn't get anything from this, so that's fine. Let's move on, shall we? All right. So these are the cards that were released to us. There was a leak again, thanks to the Facebook group that did this. Yeah. So this is awesome. I see a lot of good cards. I see a reprint that was awesome. A few reprints as well. Pretty good reprints as well. All right. So let's take a closer look at the actual cards. Well, before we show the cards, I want to look at the skills. So this is the second skill in the box. Like I said, they do like Jaden was first. They go like they show one card of each for each character at the beginning. Then they go again. So the next card would be the 10th card for Aster. This says this skill is called Powerful Group of Guys. While you control exactly one Destiny Hero monster and no other monsters. So I think this is the skill we was leaked already before, and I talked about this, but let's read it again. Um, so you control no other. So it's kind of like the same as the elemental hero one, where you have to control only one elemental hero. Let's see where it differs. And your opponent controls more monsters than you. Special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck. Special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck with a lower level than the monster you control. Hmm. Let's see. Hold on. So you have to control two cards. Okay. So it's one Destiny Hero, and then would you? Let's see. Let's read on. Okay. You can only summon one Destiny Hero monster during the turn you activate the skill. Flip this card over at the end of the turn you activate the skill. So let's see. While you control, so you would have to control one Destiny Hero already, and it seems like it had to survive a turn, right? That's what it looks like. Let's see. While you control exactly one Destiny Hero monster, no other monsters. Your opponent controls more monsters than you. So there's two clauses already. You have to have one, and your opponent has to have at least two, right? Special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck with a lower level than the monster you control. All right, so yeah, so you would have, so the requirements are you have one monster, your opponent has two monsters. That's basically the requirement. You can only summon Destiny Hero monsters during the turn you activate this skill. Okay, so I guess you could normal summon it if your opponent has two cards. So I was thinking it was restricting how many. So you can't summon anything else other than a Destiny Hero. So okay, that's fine. So it keeps you holding to Destiny Hero monsters. I guess it's a good card too. Like kind of if you're looking for that missing material you have for fusioning, or if you're looking for let's see, to kind of like um go like a 1-for-1. So if your opponent has two monsters and you summon one from your deck, now you both have two monsters. So that's kind of cool as well. So this helps you in that matter, I think. But all right, let's look at the second skill. All right, so this is the second skill. Like I said, the number is number 10. It says looking into the future. That's the skill's name. During your main phase, you can look at the top three cards of your opponent's deck and return them in any order. Okay. During your main phase, you cannot activate spell cards that turn you activate this skill. Flip this card over at the end of the turn. Oh wow. So I would for this card, in order for me to kind of give it a proper like guess on how good it is or what's going on, I would have to see the back of it and read the back of it to see if it's a once per duel or like I don't know if it's just like if it's like you can flip this card over. Like sometimes there's some restrictions at the back of it that that could prevent this from being pretty cool. But like this seems pretty nice. Like you could make it to where your opponent if your opponent has like usually not in speedo much, but if your opponent has like a bad card, or you could continue making it to where like they continue drawing like no outs to whatever board you built or whatnot. So this is not bad. I like it looking into the future. It's a lot better than the other cards that were out there that kind of like I think I think there's a few cards that let you look into like I think maybe a My skill or Pegasus skill. I think the Pegasus skill lets you look at your opponent's hand and then shuffle back in like the other like a five. So I think this is a little bit better just because yeah, from my understanding, it says during your main phase, it's like it makes it to where it's like maybe hopefully consistent. So that'd be pretty cool. Every turn you could look at your opponent's top three cards and continue putting them in the order where you like them to. So I actually kind of like this skill. Um, just early thoughts on it. So I do like this skill. So now let's look at the actual cards from this deck. All right. So we know he uses Destiny Hero cards. So let's look at it. Let's Aster. Bum, 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 bum. Loading. All right, so let's start at the beginning. I don't know how I have them arranged. It's not the same order. Some of these are like if I don't have them, they're black or not black, but like what's it called? Or shaded, I guess. Um, not on teen, I guess. Yeah, some of these are kind of like ultra or super reverse. All right, let's read the first one. It says, if you have three or more Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard, you can discard this card and target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in your opponent's field in defense position. Um, so just off the bat, it has zero defense, and most of the, like I mentioned before, most of these cards um can attack your can do piercing damage. So this is pretty dope. If you could summon this guy into your opponent's side of the field. Um, so or was it? Am I thinking Moth right now? Am I thinking like Desert Hero Moth? I don't know. That'd be crazy. Especially throwing this guy in an attack or whatever. I don't know. Like what's it called? What's it called? Parasite it. All right. Well, anyways, let's move on. Defense position monster. Cool. So that's cool. So you could attack. You could pierce it. When a spell card or effect you activate resolve, negate that effect, and if you do, or if it did not have an effect, destroy that card. What? Um, so I'm guessing this is like the benefit of your opponent having it, right? During your standby phase, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard. Each player chooses one normal spell from their deck and places it on top of their deck. So let's see. During your standby phase, you can banish one card and one. So this is if you have it. I don't know. This is a pretty crazy monster. So it has the benefit of being special summon on your opponent's side of the field. And I didn't. This is pretty cool because it has some uses in some of my decks that I'm thinking of. I have was it a kaiju, like a kaiju deck, and this would be pretty cool. If I ran Destiny Hero monsters or I don't know. All right. During your standby phase, you can banish this There's one Destiny Hero monster. Each player chooses one or more spell. Alright, so once it's into a graveyard, you can activate this effect to basically choose the spell card you want, I guess. There's no requirement that each has to have it. So if this card's sent to a graveyard right away and you wanted a spell card, you could do it. Seems like you could do it like right away, and then your opponent has no spell card to um to get back to their deck. Let's see. This is the one that's like when a spell card or effect you activate resolves. Oh, you activate. When a spell or card effect you activate resolves, negate that effect, and if you do, or if you did not have an effect, destroy that card. It's kind of weird. So lets you negate your own effect. All right, let's read. Maybe this is beneficial in some other cards. All right, once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Banish that target. Cool, like a DD kind of thing. You cannot declare an attack the turn you activate this effect. Oh. You must control this face-up attack position card to activate and resolve this effect. The banished monster returns to the opponent's field during your standby phase. Alright, oh, okay, so you summon it, and both of you get your monsters at second standby phase. Sucks. Plus 2 turns, so that's not bad. And like in the big picture of things, is having your both of you guys not have a monster. It sucks you can't attack, so you're kind of waiting for your second turn. All right, let's see. During your opponent's battle phase quick effect, you can discard this card. All Destiny Hero monsters currently control. So it's a little hand trap. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, during your opponent's battle phase, you can discard this card. Yeah, it's a hand trap. Cool. Yeah, to gain your Destiny Hero monster gain 800 tech. So that's cool. All right, what's awesome. Once per turn, you can activate the top card from your deck, and if this card is normal spell, if it's a normal spell, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on top of your deck. During your main phase of your next turn, you can activate the effect of the spell in your graveyard. If you no longer control this face-up card, even if you no longer control, so like if you would activate let's say if you would this what's it called? What word are they using? Excavate or yeah, excavate. If you would excavate like Night Beam and stuff like that on your turn, you could activate it basically when it's your turn again for no like or like what else like reinforcement of the army, polarization. Like all these cards are pretty cool to activate there with and usually what it's like what usually it's good for, it's like Tribute to the Doom, where you would have to discard, but you don't, since you're not really activating the spell, there's no cost. So you could just destroy a monster with like Tribute to the Doom. Maybe you would get this off of Diamond Dude. Alright, let's see. During your standby phase, if this card's in your graveyard because it was destroyed by battle and sent there since your last standby phase, target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, except Destiny Hero for your special summon attack. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll take you a turn, special summon a monster, but that's cool. Yeah, depending on the Destiny Hero you summon, but it could be if there's like really good Destiny Hero monsters you want to special summon, that could be pretty good. All right, let's see this one. Once per turn, you can tribute one other monster. This card gains 1,000 attack, so it could be at 31 until the end of the end of this turn. This card attacks. If this card attacks a if this card attacks, change it to defense position at the end of the battle phase. So I was gonna read a piercing effect, so I started reading like the piercing effect. But it's not that, it changes to defense position. Once while this card is in your graveyard, when you draw a monster during your draw phase, you can reveal a special summon. This card must be in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. Alright, cool. So it's a 31 beater for a 6-star. So that's cool. Have you tribute a monster or whatever, maybe token, I don't know. It doesn't say it has to be Destiny Hero monster, so that's cool. Alright. And then the second effect, this card must be in your graveyard to resolve. So you can special summon a monster. So that's cool. Once for a while, this card's in your graveyard. When you draw a monster during your so you will reveal it and special summon it. These guys are OP, man. There's so much stuff you could do with this. Um, well, I don't know now. Well, now you could use this tribute fodder for sure. These could be used for tribute fodder, 100%. What else? I think so far that's the only thing there's used for right now. I don't know, like extending and all that stuff. I guess for fusioning for a Destiny hero, I'm assuming these would be good as well. So fusioning and they would be good for fusioning and tributing right now. That's as far as I could see. Yeah, so tributing or like a cost of destroying your own monster or something like that, right? So these are pretty cool for that effect. Let's see, Destiny Hero Dogma. Oh, by the way, so these guys summon. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon. So one of these guys in your graveyard, you can special summon the other one. Cannot. Let's root. This is the Destiny Hero Dogma. Cannot be normal summon. Must be special summon from your hand by tributing 3 monsters, including at least one Destiny Hero monster. Oh, so that's pretty cool. In order to summon it, nah, you as long as one is Destiny Hero monster. That's cool. Once per turn, if you still control this face-up card during your opponent's next standby phase after you special summon it this way, half your opponent's life. Okay, so you could like as long as this card remains on the field, you could pretty much have your opponent's life points without even doing anything, just having it on the field and have your opponent's life points um really low. So that's pretty cool. To where it gets maybe you'll lose to what's it called, like a nightmare wheel, or like with just 500 attack, 500 life points or something. So that's not bad. um I do like the fact that the only requirement is one Destiny hero. It would suck if it was all three Destiny heroes. All three have to be Destiny hero monsters, so it's not bad. It's okay. 34 attacks, pretty good. The 3 tributes, I don't know. Is Obelisk still better as a 3 tribute monster? The half of the life points is pretty dope though. All right, let's see. Next one is Plasma. Cannot be normal summon. Must be special summon from your. Let's see. Must be special summon by tributing. Let's see. Hold on, got a little bit distracted. Let's see. Tribute. Yeah, so you have to tribute 3 monsters again. Uh, Negate the effect of all face-up monsters while your opponent controls them. This is cool. So we I haven't read all the cards yet, so I'm not sure if there's like an OP effect. I guess Genzo would be pretty cool. I that's off the top of my head to negate its effect when it's summoned. So we have our first negator, I guess, as of right now. So that's cool. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card. Ooh, and so you also take control of a monster. Gain attack equal to half the original monster. Oh, so you you could negate the effect of a monster, and you could take control of one of the monsters. So your opponent next one, because you'll take their monster, and even potentially next to it, if it's a good effect monster. But yeah, it's pretty dope. I really like Plasma. That's a pretty good effect. I think it's better than Dogma. What Dogma has is its attack. Well, in comparison, I think half the life points was not bad as well, though. All right, polymerization. We all know what polymerization does. Reinforcement army as well. Add a level 4 or lower warrior. All these, one, two, three, four, five. 5 of these are warrior monsters in their lore. Let's see, special summon one level 4 or lower Destiny hero monster from your hand. You must not control any Destiny hero monsters nor to activate, and resolve this effect. So, and this is like a non-continuous spell of that one fairy spell that lets you special summon monsters, but a lot weaker, I guess, because it's I guess I don't know. I guess this could be useful for tributing. I think that'll be nice for tributing. All right, let's see next one. Let's see. Target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your deck. whose level is less than or equal to that target's level, but destroyed during your end phase. So this is also for true reading, right? Target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your deck. Whose level? All right, so you probably want to target one of your bigger boys. To special summon, like, I don't know, what is this? None of these could be special summon, right? From your hand, from your hand. So I guess you want one of these guys in your graveyard to maybe special summon, Dasher. Let's see. All right, let's move on. Night Beam. You know what Night Beam does? That's pretty cool. Let's see this one. Fusion Sword. Equip only to a warrior monster. It gains 800 attack while equipped to a monster. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Oh, that's cool. That's not bad. That's makes it a little bit better. It sucks it's only for warrior monsters, but yeah, your warrior monsters are protected. That's pretty dope. All right, let's see what the fusion spell. This is Dark City. I think this is like the equivalent of a skyscraper, right? If a Destiny Hero monster attacks a monster with a higher attack, the attacking monster gains it. Oh, so it's exactly the same one, basically, but for Destiny Heroes. All right, let's see. Destiny Signal. When a monster you control is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, a special summon one Destiny Hero or lore monster from your hand or deck. Oh, so like I see a lot of special summoning. I'm assuming is for like the tributing. So that's pretty cool. It says target one Destiny Hero monster you control, equip this card to that target. It gains 500 attack. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent. Oh wow, you inflict 500 damage. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So a little burn. That's cool for Destiny Heroes. I like that. I like that. When a face-up Destiny Hero monster you control is targeted for an attack, destroy the attacking monster. All right, so we already kind of have this. So this is kind of not that great as we already have stuff like this, like widespread ruin and stuff like that. So maybe widespread ruin is better than this since it's more generic. But all right, let's look at our fusions. Destiny Hero monster, pretty cool. Dark Effect monster, wow. So this could be any Destiny Hero and any Dark Effect. So you could potentially you want to fusion summon some of this monster. I don't know if there's anything, but you really just need a few Destiny Heroes in this deck in your deck. I don't know, and effect Dark monsters. There's a lot of good Dark Effect monsters. All right, let's read it. Quick effect. You can discard one card, send one Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do Destiny Hero monsters you control gain 200 attack. So it would be like a 22 for each Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. So you might want to keep it as a Destiny Hero deck. With some generic dark effect monsters, I guess, breakers or something. I don't know. In your graveyard until the end of this turn. So you continue gaining attack, I guess, per turn. You discard it. You discard a Destiny Hero monster or from your hand or deck to the graveyard. So you send one of these, and it continues growing in attack for every turn, right? You can only use the effect. Okay, so it makes it to eventually it'll get pretty strong. But how many we have? One, two, three, four, five. Um, we have five level 4 lore. So it could get pretty strong depending on like if there's any way you could send more to the graveyard. But you are special summoning quite a bit, so maybe. And then this kind of helps you boost it as well. Um, it's okay. I like the fact that it's a generic fusion though, like or any Dark Effect or Destiny Hero monster. So it's a lot easier to summon, I think. So that's cool. Let's see the next one. Destiny Hero Prisma and Destiny Hero Dogma. So it's these two. All right. Let's see. These are pretty cool monsters too. Uh, a fusion summon of this card can only be done with the fusion once per turn. You can. All right. So far, I see that it could just be the monsters themselves. They don't have to be on the field. So that makes it a lot easier. You can sub regular fusion. You can even substitute. I think the what's it called? There's that new was it light monster that you could substitute in Jaden's deck. That's pretty cool. Once per turn, you could target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, and if you do, and if that was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack, and if it had on the field. Wow! So even if it was boosted, it'll still. This is pretty OP. This is like really strong. It's 3K attack and defense. All right, that's pretty huge. Um, so you just put in defense and be all right. Let's see. It does burn. That's freaking crazy. Let's see. You cannot conduct your battle phase of turn you activate this effect. So you're gonna probably want to summon any special in defense position. So you're not gonna be able to attack either way. Once per turn during your standby phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon this card. Wow. So even if it was destroyed, this is a boss monster. This is a crazy. If you guys want to know what a boss monster looks like, read no further, guys. This is a boss monster right here. God, man. The the monsters are you can't really these. This would be hard to summon, but since it's just a fusion, you can just Palmer Station these two guys, and from your hand, and you should be fine. And you also have a substitute as well, monster if you want. So it shouldn't be as hard to summon this guy. But if this you guys want to know what a bomb monster looks like, this is it, man. All right, let's look back at the skills and see if we could think of anything else. All right, so let's see. Well, you control exactly one Destiny monster. Your opponent controls no more than special summon Destiny monster from your hand. Oh shoot! What did I do? Right here. You get remember, if you guys are looking for what's it called? A channel that does not edit, that uses low quality video. This is your channel, man. Hit like and subscribe like a boss, guys. Live edited right here. All right. Let's see. While you control exactly one Destiny Hero monster and no other monsters, and your opponent controls no monsters, then you special summon Destiny Hero monster. So I still feel like this is pretty good. So so I guess if you have one of your boss monsters, this makes it a lot easier, a lot better. Like you summon Dasher if you have any of those level 8s or whatever, whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Because like your other boss monsters can be special summon, so that's kind of sucks. So you're relying on those Dasher as one of your better ones. So that's pretty cool. Maybe fusion summon, and then summon your Dasher. I think Dasher has a pretty good effect, so that'd be dope. Let's see the other one. All right, this one. Let's see. So yeah, this is still like this gives me a control vibe thing. If you want to control the field or whatever, if you have the upper hand, you want to continue using this skill. Like I said, I need to read the back to know for sure. It's not like a once per duel thing, but if it's just during your main phase every turn, this is dope. So pretty good. All right. Well, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe like a boss, guys. Take care, man.